Welcome to Brand Snack, where we take a 10-minute break, munch on our favorite snack, while we have bite-sized discussions with brands people crave and love. Wow, that was an amazing show. I gotta tell you, I've had such a great time. Today I'm at Town Square. As you can see, this is a mid-century town designed for seniors just to come hang out, meet other people, and their caregivers don't have to worry about them being at risk. You get to do all kinds of activities. I don't even know how many activities I did today, but it's been great fun. Today, I'm meeting with Peter Ross. He's the CEO and the visionary behind this wonderful brand. He's gonna help us unpack his brand story. Come on. All right, so we are live. This has really been a phenomenal experience being here at Town Square. And Peter Ross, I've been looking forward to this interview for quite some time. You know, we've been doing some work with your team and helping you with your brand story. And the more I learn about Town Square, the more I'm just excited to share what this model is all about and how you're helping seniors across America. Before we dive into Town Square, like I always do here at Brand Snack, is we like to unravel what the founder's favorite snack is. And then we unpack that and talk a little bit about it and all the different characteristics that make you come back for more, okay? So what is it?
You really want to know? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready for it. Give it, oh, here we go. This is really gonna be fun, guys. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Peter Ross's favorite snack, and we're gonna share what about the snack keeps you coming back for more.
So growing up playing sports or after games or watching sports on TV or watching my favorite TV show was Doritos and a soda. Doing that was just comfortable for me. It was like rewarding me for getting through a tough game or getting through a tough test or something.
Let's talk a little bit about the characteristics of the Dorito itself. Doritos wouldn't be Doritos without the shape, right? It's a signature shape. Imagine for a moment in a world where all of a sudden you woke up and you bought your favorite Doritos and it wasn't that triangular shape.
You wouldn't eat them.
Right.
It would be counterfeit Doritos.
Exactly. It would be off-brand, right? It would be off-brand completely. Let's talk about the flavor of it, right? The cheesy aspect of it. There's a lot of other cheesy options when it comes to snacks, right? You have the Cheetos,
yeah.
You have the cheese puffs. But this cheesiness, it's different. It's a different kind of cheesiness, right?
Well, it's unique, which is what we want to do at Town Square. Because we are very unique. And I think you create a brand that people can't get enough of. You can't just eat one Dorito.
Did you ever have Doritos as a sandwich? Have you done that? Like where you just put it into...
You don't do that.
Yeah, that was a thing growing up for me. Like you would take Doritos on 2 white sliced bread and you make a Dorito sandwich. Did anybody have a Dorito sandwich growing up? Thank you. I'm not the only one. I mean...
Okay, there's one other weird person in the room. So.
This is why we do Brand Snack. We want people to understand that your brand has a story. And all the unique facets and particularities really play a role in how you connect with others. Now, for Doritos, it looks like for Peter Ross, it was about comfort, right?
It was reward. You knew what you were going to get. The standardization, which is what franchising is all about. It's consistent brand quality.
So what we'll do now, Peter, is we're going to jump right in and we're going to unpack your brand story. So, Town Square. What about Town Square makes people come back for more?
Because it's what they loved in their past. Because people, when they're growing up between ages 15 and 30, have their best memories. First girlfriend, boyfriend, high school. So we want Town Square to have that friendly, that feeling comfortable, just like Doritos feels comfortable for you. We want that feeling for them every time they come and experience Town Square.
Now, one of the things I really enjoy about Town Square was the signature mid-century design, which would be like the triangle for the Doritos. How did that come up?
Well, we wanted to really replicate what they were most used to. So if you look back in time, your Town Square of the 50s and 60s had a diner, had a movie theater, it had libraries, it had different storefronts that brought them back in time. Reminiscent therapy is a great therapy for people as they age because some people have a challenge with cognitive impairment. So, but they don't have an issue with long-term memory. It's more the short-term memory. So going back to the diner, going back to those times for them is comfortable for them. It's an environment. People want an environment that's comfortable. It's safe. Town Square gives them that comfortable, safe environment, but with activities and areas for them to learn and experience and have purpose in their life. And that's really what we're trying to do.
And, that's what I felt all week while I was here. And it's remarkable, the consistency that you guys have been able to create. This population suffers from dementia. What I liked is that you're programming the different activities that you guys do cater to different populations.
We look for different levels of cognitive impairment from normal aging all the way down to more cognitive issues. So every activity in every storefront designed based on tracks. Every one of our members has a customized track that they'll be put into tracks with similar people so they can experience Town Square like we know they can do.
One of the things we like to do here at Brand Snack is critique the design of the logo. Your logo has the potential to tell a story, and it really draws me in. I mean, when I saw it for the first time, let's pull up the logo real quick.
You like the logo, don't you?
Yeah, let's take a look at it and we'll talk about it. So here it is. Here's the logo. And there's this wonderful, it just feels like a carnival. It feels like there's a fair, a town fair of some sort, right? It's fun, the stars, maybe circus. I get all these words.
Well, the stars are the members. The stars are the memories. So the stars are actually what we want them to feel, that they're stars and celebrities within Town Square.
And why is the T much bigger than the other words, other letters?
It's more of a look for how you're actually designing the brand from a brand perspective, from a marketing perspective. You want people to focus on the word town. Okay, so the T is important in that. Square obviously is part of it, but the square is more the foundation. And the logo and the tagline, basically tell you what it is.
You know what I see when I look at your logo? The T is like the landmark, right? It's a landmark. It's iconic. It's an iconic part of the town. So it's like the Statue of Liberty. As you're working on a logo design and finding ways to tell that story, you want to pull different elements and incorporate that into the narrative, right? The square, I like the square. The square seems to be, to me, seems pretty academic, almost like elementary.
But think about it, though, as building blocks. Go back to school where you have blocks.
Yeah.
School, you spell out the word school or square. So we want people to know that we're educating them. We're going to move them through a town and provide this education and purpose for them like no one else can.
I also found that every town square is unique to that location. So, for example, right now we're in Sarasota. We did look at the other location in University Park. Each will have its own little element.
Well, it's based on the design of the building. So we're, especially with our standard model we're doing, which is a smaller footprint than what you've seen these 2 days, we're looking at really where can you get your space? That's where our team comes in, working with our partners to help get you the best space possible. So there will be some differences. But going forward, though, under the standard model, they're all basically going to be the same. So all going to have the same storefronts. There might be rectangle versus square.
The storefronts are also a remarkable part of the model, right? Every space that you have in there offers something unique. One of the spaces that I enjoy the most is where we're at now, which is Rosie's Diner. It's such a beautiful space, but we're right next to the theater. There's a wonderful, facade with signage that takes you back to those vintage years, the 50s and 60s.
So you're trying to create an environment that they're comfortable with. You don't want to, when we first looked at Town Square and designed the model, we didn't want to fool people. Mm. We didn't want to, it's a Hollywood backlot. People are shocked when you walk through the door here. They're not expecting a town. They're walking into a retail shop. They're thinking they're going to walk into the shop, and no, they walk into a town. And it's very different. But we don't want to just fake it where there's just facades up. We want to do things in those vignettes. We want to do things in those storefronts that are going to bring back those memories of what they used to do. What do they do, in a movie theater? What do they do in an art studio or arts and crafts? We want to give them that feeling that they have so that they experience it, but they're also comfortable with it.
And the experience is truly unique. Today, for example, we saw a gentleman truly practicing the reminiscence therapy. He was watching an old football match, probably a 50s or 60s football match on his own, and really enjoying it. Times were so different back then. It was simpler. There was no technology. And somehow you guys have been able to capture that in here with that medical component, which I was blown away with. All of the staff was extremely friendly. And these seniors are able to get the full care that they need from a medical perspective.
Yeah, you want to be able to provide a one-stop shop. You can get all your medical care here. We can do these wraparound services here while you're actually experiencing an amazing environment like Town Square.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do all of that together, which makes it so much easier for that family member, as well as the family itself, to get that care they need.
I got to tell you, Peter, this has just been a treat to be here,
Thank you for being here.
to participate and be so immersed in your brand. I really do hope that people can experience it. I think there's no other way to experience it than coming in for a tour.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. But I think for the people watching, though, there's this huge need in this country. 60% of all seniors need assistance in their lifetime. But you only have people that can afford so much care, or have the government pay for that. The people that are in the middle, the squish, the middle class, middle market, that's who can really benefit tremendously from what we're doing here and be able to afford it. That's more important because people want to age in place. 95% of all seniors want to live out their life in their own home. I think there's an APB on the 5%. Mm-hmm. I've never met anyone who said, I want to go to the house on the hill. They want to age in place. Well, but family members that are doing caregiving need respite. They need time for themselves. They have their life to live too. So they can come to Town Square 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, get their break, but then have the member have such an experience. It's so fun to watch a family come through for a tour. I love it. They finally found some place that they feel safe, they can take care of their loved one and give them purpose while giving them a break, which they desperately need. In fact, Medicare now is paying for that kind of care.
That's great.
So you want to be able to offer that. No one does it like Town Square. It does not exist in the country except where we're sitting right now.
And that's true. And that's why, I'd like to end our brand stack, Peter, with inviting everyone out there to check it out. See if there's a Town Square near you where you can come in and experience it for yourself. And I also say it's not just for folks that are experiencing some form of dementia. I think this is for anyone. People just don't want to be stuck in their home watching TV all day. They want to be out interacting with others like them. And today, for example, we had someone that said, I just meet people from all over, people that have lived in different parts of the world, and they wouldn't otherwise be able to do that by just staying home. So the socialization piece, I really encourage everyone to come out and see it. I want to thank you, Peter Ross, for coming in.
For those people out there, too, that want to be actually a business in Town Square, we're happy to help them as well.
Absolutely. For franchise opportunities, check out Town Square and visit their franchising section. You'll find tons of resources there to figure out if this is the right fit for you. Thanks again, Peter.
Thank you.